Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today, we are back with another best players at each position video. It's been about 3 weeks since the last update, and there's, of course, been a lot of content, a lot of good content, probably one of the better content stretches of this year so far, which I guess isn't saying much, but still, you know, good content is good content at the end of the day. Real quick though, our shout out of the day today goes to my man James Saws for commenting the emoji on last video. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in this one, or in the next one, I guess, let's comment the demon emoji. And of course, if you are in the 50% of people who watch the videos and are not subscribed, let's change that right now. Head down there, hit that subscribe button, and turn those notifications. And of course, make sure you stick around to the end of the video. We're going to fill out this whole lineup and maybe talk about some players and positions that I might not talk about individually. So both offense and defense, we're going to fill out this whole lineup by the end of the video. Okay, so let's just get started with the quarterbacks, and this one is probably a very obvious one. I did drop a quarterback tier list yesterday, so the quarterbacks are fresh on my mind right now. And the best QB in the game right now is Warren Moon. However, I will give you guys three options. Warren Moon is the best hot route master QB in the game right now. The best set feed quarterback in the game right now is Troy Aikman, and the best non-set feed, non-hot route master QB in the game right now is Lamar Jackson. So effectively, Lamar Jackson actually does play the best in my opinion, but because he has the abilities, because Warren Moon has the abilities and Aikman has set feet, those cards just kind of feel better. But like, if you use all three of those cards without abilities, Lamar would probably be the best out of all those because of the release and the speed and all that stuff and the versatility that he kind of has. So do keep that in mind. But obviously, Warren Moon with hot route master making passing that much easier. It's nice, and also having the speed with him as well, and a pretty decent release. So yeah, I'm gonna say Warren Moon, but I gave you guys three options there. Okay, so let's get right into the defense, getting started here with the cornerbacks. And of course, cornerback one right now in this game is Champ Bailey. He's 6 foot, 92 speed, 91 acceleration, which is really nice, and he's good for both man coverage and zone cover guys. There is one corner on here that we're going to talk about, and that's Night Train Lane, who's only going to be for you guys who are running heavy man coverage. If you're playing zone, even with full boost, you can't get him the 90 zone coverage, which is actually a threshold. But I do really like this card, like in the slot, say you blitz a corner, having good hit power, not just for, tackling like after the catch, but also stopping the run is very effective with good pursuit as well. So Night Train is missing that zone coverage. If Night Train had even 86 zone, I would say, even if you're running zone coverage, go after the card. But I mean, he kind of does things that other corners can't do. So in my opinion, he has to be on here because he is also 6'1", 92 speed. But again, the zone coverage is his only hole, but good catching, good hit power, and also pretty good after the catch as well. Not that it really matters, but he can juke and good COD and things like that. So I do like Night Train a lot. He is definitely going to be on the final lineup. Also Ken Riley, 92 speed, 89 acceleration, only 5'11", but again, 92, 90 zone coverage, and he has 91 hit power. He's kind of like a Night Train, just a little bit smaller. Doesn't have the same pursuit. But, yeah, good, 90 zone, 90 man, good speed. 5'11" isn't awful. I mean, you can definitely use it in this game right now, but 91 hit power is the reason why I like Ken Riley. Sauce Gardner also does need to be mentioned in this video at 6'3", 91 speed. Yes, he's not as fast as Champ Bailey or Night Train Lane or Ken Riley, but he is 6'3" in height on DBs this year. It's not going to hurt to have, right? I mean, if you're 6'3", it's not going to hurt to have, especially with, how coverage plays this year and how cornerbacks kind of animate on passes that kind of are over their head. Having the taller cornerbacks is definitely nice. And also, there's some crazy SWAT animations in this game this year, too. So, being 6'3", I think Sauce will definitely make the final lineup as well. Some honorable mentions would definitely be like Aqib Talib. And that's probably it. Maybe Jalen Johnson, but those are probably my only other honorable mentions. To me, Kenny Moore, 5'9". Like, now we're starting to push it. Adoree, you could use him if you wanted to, but he's not making the final lineup, man. So, staying in the secondary, let's talk safeties. Free safeties, strong safeties. While I am recording this right now, I'm recording this actually Friday before I hit go live on YouTube and Twitch. If you don't know, I do live stream too. But I'm recording this the night before the Legends come out, so we know what the Legends cards are going to be. They're just not in the game yet. So, yeah, Pat Tillman, he definitely makes this list, 100%. 5'11". This card's going to have, I don't know, do they even show his hit power? Yeah, they do. 90 hit power, 92 speed, 89 acceleration, 92 zone coverage. She's going to be really good. I mean, Pat Tillman cards are always monsters. If you played Madden 20, you know. So he's definitely a top 2 strong safety in the game, 100%. You got to mention him there. Another card that you could maybe take over is J-Ron Curse. I would maybe put him at number 3, number 2. But number 1 is still going to be Brian Dawkins. He's very expensive, but, Pat Tillman's going to give me a way more affordable version of Brian Dawkins. So, I mean, yeah, there is a height difference, but it's only 1 inch. That's it. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, good zone coverage. And then Pat Tillman, which his man was a little bit higher because that would actually put him at Dawkins' level. The Dawkins is definitely better, but for the prices that these two cards will be going for, Pat Tillman is actually the better buy. So those are the strong safeties. For free safeties, Ronnie Lott is the best free safety in this game right now. 92 speed, 88 acceleration, kind of the free safety version of Brian Dawkins, but only 400K. Can hit, can tackle, can play man, can play zone. Decent hands, good COD. This guy, he can do everything. No matter where you put him, strong safety, free safety, slot corner, cornerback, doesn't matter. I don't care where you put him. Ronnie Lott is one of the better cards in this game right now. And then for our other free safety, I'm going to go with Ed Reed. 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 93 zone coverage, 91 hit power, and 87 impact block on an Ed Reed card is crazy. Ed cards always play crazy, and this one is absolutely juiced. So those are our safeties. Heading back over to offense, the running back position right now is really based on preference, in my opinion, who you like. To me, a lot of them play similar. I'm not really feeling that much of a difference right now between 90 speed or 92 speed. I'm not feeling a crazy difference. I'm going to go with the cards I think play the best here. So if you're someone that runs the ball like me, when you're playing a game of Madden, for you to win this game, you want to run the ball, 17 times, 20 times. Go get Kenneth Walker. Also, this comes down to if you're willing to invest AP into your running back. If you have AP tied in elsewhere and you can't pass without having AP on a receiver or a quarterback, whatever the case is, then Kenneth Walker might not be the best option for you. And the reason I say this is because Kenneth Walker does get Freight Train. If you played Madden 20, Madden 20, 21, it doesn't matter what Madden you played, Freight Train is a damn good X factor to have, breaks the first tackle every time. And you pair that with Jukebox. To me, the 4 AP setup on Kenneth Walker makes him the best running back in the game. However, like I said, some people just aren't willing to tie up that much, AP on a running back, one player. If you're not willing to do that, then I would say it's Ricky Williams. But a close runner-up to me would be Deonta Foreman. He's definitely a close runner-up. Good drip as well. I will mention that as well. Does get actually some pretty good X factors, honestly, but also Jukebox, which is very good. It makes him play really well. But Ricky Williams, he does get a backfield master. Backfield, is it called backfield master this year? What do they call it? Yeah, backfield master, right? Where is it? Backfield master. First backfield master running back in the game. Which, if you have a hot route master QB, it's not that big of a deal. But it basically is. It's basically mismatch and apprentice in one ability, so it's 3 AP. Which is not bad, but yeah, he does get Jukebox too with these stats. He plays nutty, and 92 speed, 90 acceleration. But again, Kenneth Walker is just with the X, Ricky's cool, he gets good abilities, but no Freight Train. If he had Freight Train, maybe he goes over Kenneth Walker, but because he doesn't, I'm gonna put him at number 2 right behind Kenneth. But again, if you're not willing to tie the AP up, then just go with Ricky Williams. Okay, now we have the tight ends, and to me, the tight end position was pretty much clear cut before Thursday. It was Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, 6'6", 245, with good routing and things like that. But now I think it's Greg Olsen. They're very similar cards. There's a 1-inch difference between Greg Olsen and Kyle Pitts. 1-inch difference in height, which you're not going to see too much. Not like it's a 6'3" to 6'6" difference. 91 jumping, catching traffic, short route running, mid route running, spec catch, release, it's all there. Even an 85 juke move. However, there is a problem with this card. He doesn't juke like Kyle Pitts does. If you like, the Kyle Pitts skip juke because he's 6'6", can really move like that. After the catch, he's not as good. So I would say the tight end position right now, neither can run block, by the way. If you want a run blocking tight end, Donnie Parham is a good mix of pass catching and still having decent run block. We really don't have a high run block elite speed tight end in the game right now. Our best one's Gronk with 86 speed, and we're on 90 speed. We're on 90 speed tight ends right now, so he's a little bit behind, but he's our best run blocker. Maybe you can say George Kittle. He played okay for me as a run blocker, but I would say it's Donnie. He's tall, 6'8", tallest tight end right now, and can move pretty well, can catch passes pretty well if you want that run blocking aspect. But to me, for the more traditional way people use tight ends, it's either going to be Greg Olsen or Kyle Pitts. I would say flip a coin, or probably Kyle Pitts is the better buy for 200K if we're being honest. Okay, so now let's talk right outside linebackers. And this year, more than ever, you can actually use pass coverage outside linebackers. I said it with Dave Robinson. I think that he was in the last video, I'm pretty sure. But he's not out yet. Again, he's not out yet while I'm recording this. But Derek Brooks, we can't see his zone coverage, but I would imagine it is really good. And this guy right here, Danny Forgot, saying Derek cards always suck hard. But that's because we never had ability like Lurk Artist in Madden before. And yes, he's right. Derek Brooks cards that normally come out, and there's not really a place for them because he's a pass coverage, like a full pass coverage linebacker who's going to have high zone, and normally that's not effective because dudes are just going to use safeties in those spots. But the fact we're going to have Derek Brooks with Lurk Artist, and who knows what, you know, I don't know what right now, obviously, what Legend X factors are going to give him and things like that. Could this make a difference? Probably not that big of a difference, but as far as right outside linebackers go, he's going to be like, if you're running 6'1", for example, you kind of need a linebacker that can also drop into coverage, but have a decent pass rush as well. Derrick Brooks is going to be that guy, or just play him as a user, as a you know, a good old 3-3 linebacker if you want to go that route. You can do that too. This card's actually going to be good this year, and people, yeah, again, there's a conception that Derrick Brooks cards are normally pretty bad, but you know, we don't have Lurk Artist in previous Maddens. We had Lurker, but not Lurk Artist for 1 AP, which is, you know, makes them animate like safety. So if you want more of a traditional pass rusher outside linebacker, the best is Derek Thomas. There's no question. Perfect traits on Derek Thomas. 91 power move, 90 speed, 90 acceleration. This card right here is a better Micah Parsons. However, Micah Parsons is free, so tough to beat that, right? I mean, Micah's probably number 2, but Micah's free. I mean, these traits are insane. Hitter, yes. Clutch, yes. High motor, yes. Pass rush, linebacker style with bull move, spin move, and swim move. And strips ball, yeah, I mean, he's a demon. This card is a demon, bro. He's a monster. Okay, and going over to the other side with our left outside linebackers, there are good options right now in this game. I like Cornelius Bennett, you know, and I do like Josh Allen's card and Chubb's card. These 3 cards are really good. But I would give the you know, the first place pass rusher, left outside linebacker, to Max Crosby. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 finesse move. Traits are perfect as well, with 87 power move, good tackling, good pursuit, good block shed, as a more, you know, traditional edge rusher. If you want the guy that can play coverage at this position, it is going to be Dave Robinson, for obvious reasons. He actually has a redux now too, so he's actually affordable. Okay, damn, I didn't even know he was going to be that affordable. But he's a monster, man. And 90 man, 90 zone, 91 hit power, 90 block shed. Again, he's like Derrick Brooks in a way, where he's gonna like this. I would be surprised if Derrick Brooks' stats don't look something very similar to this. And let me know down in the comment section if I'm right or wrong. Obviously, I don't know all the stats, but I would imagine Derrick Brooks will just be a better Dave Robinson, which is gonna be very good. And I guess EA realized that, you know, making someone like that, you know, is very expensive and good for selling packs, so they kind of did it again with Derrick Brooks. But Dave Robinson and Max Crosby would be my left outside linebacker duo if you want a guy that can drop into coverage or a pass rusher in that position. Okay, let's wrap up the linebacker position here, and the first place one is going to be Luke Kuechly. 90 speed with 90 zone coverage. Of course, linebackers this year actually matter. They actually can play and contribute on defense, unlike the past. To me, that was the past 2 years, 22 and 23, they really couldn't play. 21, oh, you know they could play. If you know, you know. But yeah, 92 hit power. This is the best user right now in this game. His price has actually really gone up as well. I bought mine for, I thought he was going for much cheaper than this. Maybe I was tripping. Maybe no, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, never mind, I'm wrong. But Luke Kuechly is the best user right now in the game. Of course, if you want to use 2 users, again, you can use a guy like Dave Robinson or Derrick Brooks in this position as well. I would not touch that Alec Anzalone card. I would not touch him if you have a Lions team. Use Stephen Boyd, not Anzalone. But I'm leaning more towards, you know, it comes down to like preference and kind of what you want your off linebacker to do. If you're running man coverage, it's probably gonna be Devin White as the guy you choose. If you're running man to man, he's got really good man to man. If you're using like Kuechly and you need like a linebacker to lurk, and you're playing man, it's Devin White. If you're playing zone, Louis Louis Kuhn's got good zone coverage, but he doesn't have 90 zone coverage. Patrick Willis gets 90 zone coverage, so you don't have to worry about even having a zone boost on him, and he also does move and play very well. So I would probably say Patrick Willis over Louis Louis Kuhn. So Luke Kuechly at 1, Patrick Willis at 2, then you could probably go Louis Louis Kuhn, Devin White, and then like, you know, Jordan Hicks, Anthony Walker, and then I forgot Stephen Boyd and Kenneth Murray, but I guess those guys, Stephen Boyd's interesting because he does get lurk artist but has low zone. So if you are going to use this card, you're going to have to user him because you can't let him lurk by himself. However, he actually can rush the passer pretty decently. So, you know, and so can Kuechly, by the way. So can Kuechly. Kuechly's got 87 finesse moves with no traits, but he actually does get to the quarterback every once in a while. So yeah, you can play him as an edge rusher, then drop him out too, kind of like you would do with, you know, Derrick Brooks or Dave Robinson. So those are my opinions on the middle linebackers. But yeah, the best one to me is Luke Kuechly. We now have our wide receivers. And of course, while I'm recording this again, Mark Clayton is not in the game, but he's not making this list regardless. So if you don't see his name here, he wouldn't make it anyway. My top 3 wide receivers: Mike Urban, Marvin Harrison, and Randy Moss. The free Randy Moss right here. There are some honorable mentions though. I do like Michael Thomas's card a lot. Actually a really good card. Normally they cheat him, but he's got 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 2 thresholds, almost 3, good spec catch, nasty release, a good catch in traffic, good catching. This card's a monster, and honestly does rival that DK Metcalf Unstoppable card. It really does. I was actually kind of between Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf before remembering Randy Moss is in this game, so obviously Randy's better than both those guys, but Michael Thomas or I mean, it's pretty close between those two guys right now. Obviously, price tag, it's not close. I know who I'm picking. I'm picking DK for that price. But also, like, Michael Irvin's going for a crazy price. Marvin Harrison's affordable. But I like Isaac Bruce, 91 speed. He plays good, 1 threshold. Justin Jefferson, 3 thresholds, 91 speed. He's probably one of the better 91, 6-footish receivers in this game. CeeDee Lamb, I wouldn't really touch this card at all. Never would touch him. Garrett Wilson, he's basically Isaac Bruce in a way. But I like Michael Thomas's card. I wouldn't really touch Tyler Lockett's card. But the receiving position, my top 3, Randy, Mike Irvin, and Marvin Harrison. So, here is our final lineup. I did not talk about the defensive line, and we have that right here with right end, Myles Garrett, William Perry, Reggie White, and again, Night Train could be here. We have Talib behind my face cam. But those are the corners. Here's the defensive linemen: Myles Garrett, William Perry, the Gravedigger, and Reggie White, LTD, who's also very expensive. I didn't picture them, obviously, but Derek Brooks, Dave Robinson behind, Luke Kuechly, Patrick Willis, Ronnie Lott, Brian Dawkins, Jaron Curse, and also, Jaron Curse or Pat Tillman there, and then Ed Reed would be here too. So this is kind of what the defense looks like. Special teams, Johnny Hecker and Martin Gramatica. And then finally on offense, we did not talk about the offensive line or fullback. So Charles Cross, Cody Whitehair, Alex Mack, Will Shields, John Runyon, both my tackles with great speed, a good, pretty decent speed on Whitehair, to be honest. Will Shields with really good stats, and Alex Mack good stats as well, and Adam Prentice at fullback. So that is the best players at each position right now in Madden 24. I do want to make another lineup making video. I might make it early next week where I build like what I think is the best possible team in this game. It wouldn't look exactly like this. I think it would have some kind of theme team on it. But, yeah, I mean, these all Madden cards are dominating. These last 2 drops have been top tier from EA. So hopefully they can keep it high and keep it going. One thing, again, you don't see is any Division Dynasty cards. But just throw that out there. Very bad drop. No top tier cards came out of that drop at all. But as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.